Alright, we are back with some movies that aren't in the know. This is the latest installment in the 8th Combat series, and I believe it is a PlayStation 3 exclusive. Previously, in the first part, I've had some minor crashes to the game. One being that it's free to play. Second is that there are problems logging into the game, so I'll probably have to stay logged in to do several missions and then log back out and try to log back in at some later time to do the remaining missions. But let's continue on, shall we? Clearing B.
Welcome back. Let's continue where we left off. Now, where was I? Oh, right. So tensions were escalating worldwide. The wars that resulted led to an increasing number of refugees. To handle these refugees, special semi-autonomous zones were established in the EU, the Asian nations, and part of Russia. EULI, the zone founded in southern Russia, was the largest of them land-wise, which allowed them to take in vast numbers of migrants. But these refugees were treated like cheap labor. Living conditions grew worse, and the region was soon home to gigantic slum areas. Anti-foreign worker demonstrations were rife across the entire zone, threatening peace and welfare in the surrounding regions. As a result, a certain company stepped in to help support the job market in the refugee zones. That company was Werner Noah Enterprises, the defense contractor giant. Once nations had to slash their military budgets after the Ulysses disaster, the private military service industry with its mercenary forces experienced a major boom. Also, thanks to the Advanced Automated Aviation Plan introducing enhanced computer numerical control to aircraft manufacture, it became a simple matter to rebuild previously existing aircraft designs. The resulting glut in available aircraft led to a new issue, a lack of pilots to control them. Hence why you now see mercenary groups cobbled together from dropout pilots. But I digress. The nations and federations overseeing the special zones welcomed Werner's support. In turn, Werner received huge parcels of land and a huge workforce to do its bidding. Soon the company expanded from its core military business into energy and space development. Their business had an enormous impact on recovery efforts around the world, and the localized conflicts began to simmer down. Now we come to today, 20 years later. The special zones have shown major economic growth under Werner's wing. But the huge weapons stockpiles stored in these zones have made them a breeding ground for armed extremist groups. These groups have formed a multinational network spread across the special zones. And more we're seeing them carry out anti-imperialist attacks in the nations surrounding EULI. This has led the UN and the world's superpowers to label them terrorists. Which brings us to... Are you awake?
Yeah?
Sorry, you must be tired. We can pick this up
Oh,
another
this is
time.
very interesting. Keep going! So I'm guessing the developers kind of decided that the briefing scenes were kind of boring, so it kind of... Yeah. I like history lessons. History is a part of war.
Following the Tokyo terror attack, the UN staged emergency inspections on facilities in EULI. They didn't obtain any evidence on the new UAVs we saw, but they did discover plans for an orbital weapon. Multiple nations are apparently involved in its development. The UN calls it a violation of space treaties and a new threat to replace nuclear proliferation. They're demanding the project be halted immediately. As a result, the chief military official at Werner has been forced out of the company. But this thing isn't over yet. In fact, it's just beginning. We've spotted a large squadron of unidentified transport aircraft heading for Area B9K, an aerospace center in the West Indies, accompanied by escort craft. The center was involved with the development of the space weapon I discussed. The nature of the cargo is unknown, but once we identify the craft as hostile, you have permission to shoot them down. Normally, this would be a UNF or USAF job, but given how tense things have been with Latin America, the US doesn't want to pour any more oil on the fire. All in all, they preferred if the media kept their focus on the Tokyo attacks instead of this. That's why they enlisted us privateers for their dirty work. It ought to be a pretty good payday for us. We'll be having our best pilot on this op. In Arrows, if you're a top earner, you get first priority over everyone else. You want money? You want fame? Then you're gonna have to outdo our ace here.
Alright, some thoughts by me. I don't know how I really feel about this game being set in the real world as opposed to the strange real world. You know, with Uchiyo Yutubania, stuff like that. I don't like it that they're taking cues from Assault Horizon in this. But I guess it's just something I have to deal with. I don't know. I guess the strange real, I want to say, scenario for the game kind of was too overly dramatic or depressing. More along the lines of depressing, because that's what it kind of was leaning towards, heavily leaning towards. It's like ultimate depression. It's like war. The world's going to crap and stuff. You know, when you cross into the real world, it's like, yeah, the real world has a lot of problems, but hey, it's kind of new ground, so we can kind of craft a new story. So I guess that's kind of what this game's going for. Let me see, what's in my hangar? Let's see. Do I have anything? What else do I have? Oh, okay. Available to order. Fighter, multi-rolled attacker. Okay. This is air to air. Let's see. Gold Falcon. Let's see, challenge progress. Multi-rolled. Let's go to the bottom of the list. Guess what your best points are. Again. Okay, well, what's this? Prototype fighter created by the unit forces based on plans from a specified country. Rock weapons such as the tactical laser system. Okay. Prototype fighter. Oh, 57. It's the planet ended Assault Horizons with. It's a good plane. Let's see. Unavailable. Damn it. Okay, so what can I purchase? Oh, that's some bullshit. Just have to advance the story, huh? I guess we can start the mission then. Oh, we get to follow. Okay, so you get to rent planes. Okay. So I guess it does kind of make sense to show like a mercenary group. You get to rent your own planes.
Nothing like a trip to the Caribbean.
Good fellow to all units. The unidentified transports and escorts are approaching the aerospace center. Once we identify them as hostile, we have permission to shoot them.
Yes, sir.
Don't let them damage the aerospace center.
Phone Arrow 1. This is Viper. Getting a radar blip on our 12.
Good fellow to Viper. Switch to an open channel and send out a notice.
Yeah, copy that. Attention unidentified aircraft. This is the Arrow Squadron operating under independent United Nations command. Follow our guidance and change your...
FC radar targeting from the craft. They're bandits.
There's a killer.
All units, permission
Thank
to
you.
engage.
All right, let's get this party started. Hey, you, Phone Arrow 4, the rookie with that stupid emblem. Here with me. I want to see what you got. Those transports aren't too quick.
All right.
Should have flat riding the one. Transport's down. Time to wipe up the rest.
Missile.
Watch out. Enemy launching air-to-air missile. You got a missile coming
Oh,
for
fucking
you.
shit.
Dodge it.
God damn!
Nice aim. Stay focused. Watch out for missiles as you take out the enemy.
Alright.
Target line.
On.
What's your aim?
Bandit is down.
Ugh.
Target
Damn.
line.
Watch altitude, kid. Fucker's trying to trick me. Get up on him. Your ass is mine. Are you running, bitch?
Within gun range.
See ya.
Bandit down.
Watch your aim.
I'm good.
Not too bad, rookie.
Oh, shit.
12. Think you can keep up with me,
Yeah.
kid? You know, that Reaper emblem you got freaks me out. Just like haunted. I bet I'd paint a nicer one on there for you, right?
Your tactical recon data has been updated. Check your HUD, rookie. Your tactical data link activates when you're in close range of allied craft. It's incorporating sensor fusion technology. If you've got a tactical data link, your FCS...
You do realize I can't understand what you're fucking saying, right?
Squadron's attack mode.
It boosts your accuracy, reload speed, firepower, and a hell of a lot more.
Watch your distance from the others as you proceed.
Ah, shit, he's fast.
Enemy
Whoa, okay.
down. One hostile transport left. You know how to use your data.
Hell no.
It's not complicated. Check your radar and get close enough to an allied craft. It'll activate automatically.
Get on him.
Stay with me. You get shot down, the sharks are gonna feast on you.
Yeah, I know when I played Far Cry 3. I know to deal with sharks.
Kill him! Opening data link.
Oh, shit. Come on.
Watch your aim.
You've dropped out of effective data link range. You won't be able to use it for a while.
Go up.
Enemy transport squadron destroyed.
Hey, rookie! Take a look at Viper's craft. Thing's old enough to be in a museum, but he threw a boatload of cash into customizing it. See that infinity mark on the side? That means he shot down so many bandits, he can't even keep counting.
That's good for him.
Viper here.
Yeah, keep it like
King,
this.
bail out. Do you copy? Seems like you got a lot of free time over there. You just got back in the air. Don't get yourself shot up again. Roger that, Viper.
Keep flying, boy.
Always know when to get by, too. Smells bread. All bandits confirmed down it. Not yet, they aren't. We got a couple stragglers.
I see him.
First group already arrived. Cover the next. Third enemy flight incoming. Take them all down. Right. Time to make the donuts.
I'm straight at you, man.
Finally up! Finally up! 5 hostile craft left.
Can't believe that still works.
Same one with the sniper. Be careful. They're stronger than we thought. That's Viper. He's a veteran mercenary ace.
Got him.
Viper
Got him.
shot down a bandit. The rest of you better shape up before he
Bail
gets
out. Bail out.
Boy, Viper, you sure step up your game once your creditors start harassing you, huh?
Target locked. Missile away.
He's dead.
Half the enemy's flight's down. Keep it up. Back. Fire.
Oh, really, boy? On your ass, bitch.
One bandit down. Too easy.
People should learn not to mess with me.
Oh, whatever.
This is it. All bandits offline. Great job, Bow and Arrow Squadron. Time to go home.
Alright.
Good fellow, to Viper. How'd our new recruit do? Reaper Kid? Not bad, considering.
Fuck you.
If he applies himself, I can see him becoming useful. Anyone can, if they put in the time to get past their growing pains. Too bad that last guy didn't get that far. Yeah, because you pushed him too hard.
Alright, sounds like we having problems here.
Well done. The Aerospace Center emerged unscathed. We're investigating the transported cargo right now. For now, this will remain a covert op. Now, I know you guys just went halfway around the world, but I've got more work for you. A group of 9 high-powered executives known as the Gray Men have been kidnapped in Russia.
Say what?
We're talking elite members of the most exclusive circles of world
Talking
economics and
Illuminati
government.
here.
Meanwhile, terrorist forces have occupied a Werna military facility in Iuli in southwest Russia. We've got armed insurrections around other Werna facilities too, and we think they're connected. So, we'll be heading for Russia.
You know what? I'm starting to like this game. It's good. Okay. Alright. It has some hiccups in the beginning, but it's alright. From what I'm seeing. Alright, let me cut the episode here and we'll resume. So, until then, see you.